If you want to sell digital products on Etsy or other online platforms, one of the most important things you need to master is creating high-quality listing images. Your listing cover is the first thing potential customers see while browsing, and it determines whether they click on your product or scroll past it. If your listing images don't grab attention and clearly communicate value, you are likely missing out on sales. In this video, I will show you step by step how to create high-converting Etsy listing images in Canva. Now let's jump into Canva, where I'll show you how to create these listings. The first step is to create a custom-sized design. I'm going to create a 2700 by 2025 pixels design. And for this example, I'm creating a listing cover for a birthday invitation that I've already designed. So depending on the type of digital product that you are listing, you could use a plain background. You could just change the colors. You could also search for backgrounds in the Elements tab and choose a background that goes well with your digital product photos. One thing I always recommend is avoiding bright or distracting gradient backgrounds for your Etsy listing photos. The focus should always be on your product, not the background. So in the search bar, I'm searching for a specific type of background that I want to use for my listing photos. Click on the image that you like, then click on the three dots and then select Set Image as Background. To replace a background, click on the image, then the three dots, and then select Replace Background. For my listing cover, I'm going to use this background because it complements my digital product really well. It helps the design to stand out. Since this is a digital birthday invite, I'm going to use a mockup to display it in a real-life setting. So here I'm searching for a phone mockup. This makes the listing look more professional and helps showcase how the product is meant to be used. So I'm going to use this phone mockup. Some beginners use screenshots of their digital products as listing covers. Instead, use a mockup to look more professional. So now that I have my mockup in place, I'm just going to drag and drop my photo into the mockup. So now the potential buyers who have an idea of what the invite would look like in a real-life setting. Your background should match the colors of your design without overpowering it. Your birthday invitation should always be the main focus. Remember, your listing cover is the first thing shoppers see on Etsy. So a clean, attractive, and professional cover grabs attention, and it encourages people to click on your listing. It should always do these two things. Number one, it should show the quality of your product. And number two, it should show that it is worth buying. Now that we have finished designing our first listing image, I'm going to duplicate the first listing image instead of starting from scratch. Next, I remove any elements that I don't need and make space for the information. And then here I'm going to add a square. So this is where I'm going to add all the information that the customer might want to know about the product. I'll also change the color of the shape to match my background colors. First, I'm going to add the What's Included heading. I want this to be the first thing that buyers see because it will tell them what this page is about. I'm also adding slightly darker rectangles behind the text. This helps the information stand out and it makes it much easier to read. I'm also going to use a few simple icons to make the information even easier to scan. I'll add a Canva icon to let them know the template is fully editable in Canva. I'll include an instant download icon so buyers know they will receive access immediately after purchase. I will use a phone icon to show the size of the invite so the buyers know exactly what dimensions they are receiving. Using simple icons alongside short text creates a clean, professional listing photo that communicates all the important information in just a few seconds. The next listing photo I'm going to create is an instruction page. The purpose of this page is to show buyers exactly what happens after they purchase the product. The easier you make the process to understand, the more confident buyers will feel about making a purchase. At the top of the page, I'm also going to include a clear heading that says digital product. It's not a physical product. This is because some buyers might not realize that they are purchasing a digital download. Now that we have finished creating all our listing photos, the last step is to do a final review. Take a moment to go through each image and make sure everything is in place. Ask yourself, does this clearly tell buyers what they need to know? Remember, Etsy shoppers only spend a few seconds looking at your listing photos, so it's important that all the key information is easy to find and easy to understand. To download your listing images, click on Share on the top right corner, and then click on Download, and on the file type, click on JPEG, and then click on Download. Now, I'm going to quickly show you how to create a listing photo for a different type of birthday invitation. The first example we created was for a digital Evite, which is meant to be shared online. The next example is a printable birthday invitation. I'll start with a blank page, then I'll go to Elements and search for a background that matches the style and the colors of the invitation I'm selling. So I'm gonna use this background because it has soft and neutral colors. Next, I'm going to add my birthday invitation to the background. I will resize it and position it until it looks balanced and becomes the focal point of the image. To make it more realistic, I'm going to add some shadows. I'll click Edit at the top and then go to Shadows, and I'll choose a shadow for my design. Adding shadows is a small detail that makes a huge difference, especially when you're selling printable templates. As soon as I applied the shadows, you can see how much more realistic the invitation looks. These little details are what help create high-quality Etsy listing photos. The more realistic your product looks, the easier it is for buyers to picture themselves using it. This can make your listing more appealing. Now that the listing photo is finished, I'm going to leave it just like this. I don't want to add too many extra decorations because I want the invitation itself to be the main focus of the image. Of course, you could add a few decorative elements if they match the theme. For example, you could add some balloons or other decorations to make the listing visually appealing. Once you're happy with your design and you don't need to make any more changes, go to the Share button and download your listing image. And that's it. That's how you create professional, eye-catching Etsy listing photos that help your products stand out and attract more buyers. Thank you for watching. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe to the channel for more tutorials like this.